Why is customer retention important for a business? We're going to answer that question in this video. Okay, let's rock. Let's talk about customer retention and why it's so freaking important for a business. Holy cow. Okay, so think about it like this. If your business was only focused on one in, one out, get a customer in, ring them up, send them out, and not try to get them back ever again, that to me is a failing proposition. And I'll tell you why. Your competitors and many other businesses in this world are working super hard to do the same thing, to sell the same products and services, but figure out crafty ways to impress those customers, to wow them, to make them want to come back to their businesses. So if you're only focused on just taking the money, giving them change and sending them on their way, it's going to be really tough for you to maintain your customer base, especially if you're in a smaller city, right? Over time, everybody's visited your place. They know what you're about. Maybe they don't get super great service. You're just monotone. You don't even look at them in the eyes. You just kind of like ring them up, take their money like this. Yeah, thanks for coming. Have a good one. If you kind of have that attitude, nobody's going to be excited to come back. You know, maybe if they're in the area, right, and you make smoothies and they're like, well, I want a strawberry banana smoothie, all right? That's what I'm craving, and I happen to be in your neighborhood. Well, they're not the nicest people or friendliest people, but that's what I want. So they'll pull over and give you a business. But customer retention is super important for the longevity of your business, because as customers repeat, the lifetime value of those customers actually goes up, right? So the lifetime value of a customer, if they're only going to come one time, is whatever they spend. They spend $5 on that smoothie and you never see them again. That kind of stinks for them, right? A lot of tourist attractions have to deal with that, right? Let's say you're in Hawaii, right? You're on the North Shore and you've got like a smoothie stand or something like that, and it's mostly tourists. Well, you might have some repeat business while they're in town, so they're going to come there and get that same smoothie every single day. But once they go home, they're not going to come back, right? So the new tourists will come, right? So what's important to understand about retention is how you can build and give those customers incentives to come back and shop with you, because that will positively impact your bottom line and your profits for years to come. So a lot of businesses, as you see, they do things like punch cards. You know, one of my favorite places I like to go here in Overland Park, actually it's in Lenexa, it's greater Kansas City area, is KC Kebab and Grill. They have the best Persian food. I'll tell you, they are incredible. And prior to COVID, you know, they had a buffet and it was super cheap. It was like $10, all you can eat. I mean, it was one of the best deals in the city. And they do these punch cards, right? It's like buy 8 or buy 9 and get 1 free. And what's great about that is not that he's having to give out the meals. It's that card stays in people's wallets. It stays in people's cars and things like that. And even if they lose their card or whatever, it's not about that. It's the fact that the entire time they have it, they're being reminded to come back, right? And so the lifetime value of, say, me as a customer isn't, say, $10 because I've eaten the buffet once. It's probably like $10,000 because I've probably eaten there like, 1,000 times, right? And then I've referred a lot of my staff members over there. They go eat there regularly and things like that. So that's when I talked about customer retention. Customer retention can become exponential. It can go viral. So I always talk about if you take care of one customer really, really, really well, you can easily get at least 100 customers over the course of their lifetime into your business just from simple referrals. That's an extreme example. But conservatively, 5, 7, 10, easily they're going to refer their friends and family to come over. There's another great place, in Overland Park here in Kansas City called India Palace. We absolutely love it. They have the best Indian food. And I've traveled, I've had Indian food all over the country. And I'm not saying the other places weren't good, but this place it's drop dead. I mean, it is the best Indian food. And I've eaten Indian food in Vegas. I mean, it's good there too, but this place just trumps. I mean, in my opinion, it's the best, right? So again, they're given great food, like we love it. Their service is great. These guys are on top of their feet. They're refilling the buffet. They're doing whatever they got to do. They're friendly. They're enjoyable to go back to, right? And so they built their business simply by catering and taking care of the locals, right? And they've built it because when you take care of those locals, they're just going to continue to repeat. So think about it like this. If you're starting a business and you're investing all this money, right? You've borrowed it, you've saved up 10 years of your life savings, 15 years, wherever you got your money, it's probably like life-changing money. And what you need to realize is that the only way you're going to ever see that money again or get it back and not lose it is if you take care of those customers from day one. You give them a reason to come back and see you, right? That's the whole point of customer retention is, are they going to come back and see me? So what can you do? Start letting your mind expand there, right? What are the things that you can do that are crafty and smart, right? And that are ahead of the competition? What can you do to get those customers come back? And I've seen so many little tricks, right? In all the restaurants and all the businesses that they do, all these cool little things that they've done where you're like, wow, that was incredible. Just the fact that they did that. I remember one time my wife and I went to a nice restaurant here in town. And we went there and we were just joking. And it was a special occasion. And he said something and I said, hey, do you have any roses or anything like that? Can you get a rose? Or they don't normally have it. But by the end of the meal, they brought a flower. They did. And that was so special that they went out of their way that has stuck into my head, stuck in our heads since the day that happened. And we've gone to that same restaurant over and over and over and over. And that just rings in my head, the fact that they would do that, right? And I remember when we were signing a deal, I remember one time it was many years ago with UPS where they were trying to earn our business. And they're like, hey, we're really trying to get the meat of your business. What do we have to do? Your shipping numbers are going up. We want to get that back. What do we got to do? And I was just joking. It might have been FedEx. It might have been UPS. I don't remember. It's one of the shipping companies. It's been so long. And I said, you know what? I want pizza Monday morning for all my guys. And I was completely joking. And lo and behold, on Monday, not Monday morning, but Monday for lunch, because we didn't open till noon, so it wasn't their fault, they brought pizza for our entire staff. That wowed us, right? That warmed us up. And that sealed the deal, right? It's little things like that you do, that you go out of your way, that make sense, that can earn a lifelong customer. And so they earned our business for many years. And again, if my UPS rep is watching this, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're talking about FedEx, and FedEx is going to say the same thing. Hey, I'm just trying to tell the story and how it was. I'm sorry I don't remember which one it was, but I can remember the gesture. And the gesture was incredible. So customer retention is incredibly important for a business because it will make you last long term. Let's go back to that stat. About 50% of businesses fail in the first year, and something like 96% of businesses fail in the first 10 years. So if your goal is to stay in business kind of forever, you're like, I'm going to start my business and this is what I'm going to do till I die. If it's kind of one of those deals, you're going to have to take good care of your customers. You're going to have to really serve them well, really go out of your way and do special things. If it's their anniversary and they're coming in and you've known that customer for 5 years, have a card with a gift card in there. Give it to them. Why not? What have you got to lose? That's going to only add to the loyalty that customer has. And then when they think about going somewhere else, they're going to say, no, Bob and Sue that own, this business or whatever, they've taken such good care of us. We can't go anywhere else and things like that. So that's how you see a lot of the businesses that have been around for 20, 30, 40, 50 years plus, how they survived is they've used methods like that. They've focused on the customer and doing things above and beyond that are not the norm, than what the average business person would think to do. Because the average business person is going to say, that's going to cost me money. I can't afford that. I can't this. Very short-sighted, short-term thinking. And like I want to educate you all, I want you to think long-term. Don't think about today and tomorrow just for your business. Think about next month, next year, and 10 years from now. Okay, everybody, I hope you found this insightful. If you did, please like it, comment, share with your friends and family. I would absolutely love to help everybody out, as many people as I could. And don't forget to subscribe. And remember, in life, no matter how hard it gets, never give up. Keep pushing and be the hustler.